right, Coach, we'll ask you the same thing, synopsis, and just, by the way, did you enjoy the kids' game? Because I never heard the word defense yelled so loudly in my life. Probably as a defensive coach, you probably liked that, didn't you? Those 2,500 kids yelling defense?
Yes, the education day, that was a great, I mean, I'd like to have that every game. Every game should be education, and we shouldn't just do it once a year. Let's do it every game. It would be great to have those kids in the gym. They were great. They knew what was going on, too. They were pretty educated on that, and it was a great experience. Hope we can do it again next year.
Just kind of grade your team's performance over the past weekend.
Yeah, I thought we were a little nervous right away, a little tight. The first 5 minutes, I think we only had 2 or 3 points in the first 5 minutes, and then we had, I think, 80 points with 15 minutes to go in the game, something like that. So we scored quite a bit. We got the ball moving a little bit better. Shots went down, and the defense really played really well as well. So it was a good weekend. We just had the one game on Friday, but we're gearing up now for St. Edwards and St. Mary's.
St. Ed's is familiar to you with players as they were the last times that you've seen them, because you've got to be pretty familiar with them after.
We're familiar with them. They lost a couple of key players, I think, some reserves, but they have their little shooter back. Garza Spears is back. He's averaging over 20 points. And then their point guard, August, who was trouble for us before. So they're really good. They've got a couple transfers that came in too. So we'll watch them the next couple days, and we'll get ready for them. But we also got to get ready for St. Mary's. And we do that. We'll do that today, and then we'll get ready for St. Ed's on Tuesday and Wednesday, and go down there and see what happens.
Have you been changing up the schemes at all recently? I mean, are you pretty much just running the same plays that we've been seeing all season long, or is it now that we're approaching conference play, you want to start changing stuff up?
Well, if you watch us play, we run a lot of motion offense. We don't have a ton of sets, even though I think we probably do have a ton. We just don't run a lot of sets. We let our guys play a little bit more and work on that, and we try to really get them prepared during practice to let them go perform in the game, and let them play and let them dictate the outcome. So, no, we haven't really changed up a ton.
You said something last week about you like to pull the trigger on a lot of threes, and players have some freedom. Going back to the game the other day, had a few air balls and a couple of rocks that were thrown up there. I mean, do you, as a coach, do you just just keep going and not worry about it? Because you didn't even call a timeout.
You know what? If they made every shot, I wouldn't have a job. Somebody else could do it. Coco the monkey could do it. Actually, I feel like I'm Coco the monkey once in a while. But, you're not going to make every shot. These guys are 17, 18, 19, 20-year-olds. And, some of these guys, they're not perfect. And so you see that in the NBA. You see it at Duke and Kentucky and wherever else. So you got to live with some mistakes. And if the guys are playing hard and they're working at it and they're playing together, I'm okay with that.
How do you think Coco the Monkey would judge your recent performances?
I actually prefer T-Bone.
T-Bone.
But, I don't want to be Coco the Monkey. You can call me T-Bone, that's okay.
Coach, how would you rate your defense? Yeah. You've been forcing a lot of turnovers and playing good defense, out-rebounding your opponent. How would you rate your defense just in this first start?
Well, it's always tough because we don't have a great scout on these other teams. Once we get into conference play, and especially in our pods, we'll see them a couple times. The next time we see Eastern, we'll have a more familiarity with them and how to defend them and how to play. But for the most part, I think we've been getting better. We've been really trying to focus on shutting our guy down and not have to help so much. We're not the biggest team in the world, so if we've got to come over and help all the time, it really puts stress on our other players. I think defending the post, we've been doing a really good job. I think even our smaller guys, JoJo and Quay and Jonell, they do a great job in the post, and it's hard to get the ball inside. We have pretty good backside help. I think we play off each other really well, and I think that comes from just practice and getting that game time experience.
How do you handle these 5 games before you guys kind of have this Christmas break before the real grind begins?
Yeah, we've got 4 games coming up, so 2 on the road, 2 at home. And, with finals coming up, that's the most important thing right now. So really our guys are hopefully locked in today. They had yesterday off. We only went for an hour on Saturday, so we gave them plenty of time. And hopefully they did it all semester long. But we're really trying to give them some extra time to really focus on finals. It's unfortunate that we play St. Ed's over finals. I don't know what kind of crowd they'll have. I'm sure it'll be a hostile crowd, but I think it could even be better if it was during the season. I don't know if some of their fans will leave or not, but we're anticipating a big crowd. Same thing with St. Mary's. We're playing over at Incarnate Word. We can't play at their facility because they have graduation set up there. So it's a little bit different that way. And then when we come back, the last 2 games, we won't have our student section here. And so that's going to make a difference as well with our students gone for break. But we've got great community support. Hopefully maybe we can get some more people coming down from Amarillo to enjoy the games, get away from that Christmas shopping and come enjoy some games with both the guys and the girls playing next Thursday, not this Thursday, but next Thursday and Saturday at home.
With, St. Edward's has 10 upperclassmen.
That's not fair.
It's not fair. I mean, what do you tell your team going? I mean, because they're going to be ready to play you guys. You guys beat the regional final last year. I mean, what are you telling your team to get ready? Or
Yeah, I'm sure they've had this game circled for a long time, and you know it's something that we're ready for it as well. I think St. Ed's and I think our team as well as regional teams. There's some teams that are starting to separate, but we still have a long season to go. So one of us is going to lose, whether it's St. Ed's or it's us, and that's not going to be the end of the world. But you just got to keep going and grinding, and you go out there and you do your best. But you know, having the upperclassmen, it gives them a little edge. But we've got some guys that have been in some big games as well, so hopefully we're ready to go.
they average about 4 blocks a game. And you guys attack quite a bit. Does that change anything, or do you just tell Quay to go a little bit harder?
No, we'll throw up 4 just generous shots right away. Let them get their 4 blocks out of the way, and then they can't block us anymore, and their average is done. I think Andre would go for that, and we'll be okay with that. But we get some steals, and we'll get into them a little bit. I don't think our guys are intimidated by anybody. They might have been intimidated by the 2,500 screaming kids the other night, but the players on the court, I think our guys actually like to play in the big games.